Welcome to the Academy by Lola Loves. I am super excited to get you all on board and get you starting to create some amazing collections. Okay, so this is probably going to be one of your first videos. Members, are you ready to start your pattern cutting journey? Okay, I'm so excited, girls, to get this started. Just gonna pop on here, do a little video just to give you a little insight into what to buy and what you need. Okay, so basically, first and foremost, this is amazing. This is one of the most amazing things. I had one when I first started out. We don't use this at the studio. We've got a pattern cutting table underneath, which we use, which I'll show you. But I found this, I had one of these when I started my pattern cutting journey, and it's amazing. It's foldable, it's 90 centimetres by 150 centimetres, and it's $14.99 from Dunelm. There is some on Amazon as well, and I'll give you a few links below, but this is just perfect. Girls, you can throw it on a dining table, you can throw it on a kitchen worktop, and you've got your pattern sewing worktop space. You can also use this when you're cutting out your fabrics as well, so it's brilliant. Okay, so the next thing we're going to need is some pattern cards. Okay, so this is on a roll, and this again was from Amazon. This is what we're going to be using our pattern blocks for. We're going to be putting our pattern blocks onto cards because we reuse our pattern blocks all the time. Okay, our pattern blocks are going to be made to standard body measurements, and we are going to use these blocks then to create our patterns. Okay, so that's why we put it onto cards, because we can reuse them and they're just a little bit more sturdier than the paper. So the next thing we need is some tracing paper. So we've got some dot and cross. I'm not sure where we've got this from. We've had it for ages, but again, I think it could possibly be from Amazon or Moreplan. But what I'll do is I will put all the links in the description so you can look for yourself. But yeah, just literally, in fact, let me just do a quick measurement what this size is. It is, yeah, 91 centimetres width. Okay, yeah, so that's what we need, 91 centimetre width. You don't need any more because that just sits perfectly, if you can see, on our pattern worktop. Okay, so these are the two things that you need. The third thing you need is a pattern grader or set square. Again, Amazon, $14.99. This will be your go-to pattern cutting tool. You will use this throughout your pattern cutting journey, and this is the main tool that we need. Okay, we've got tracing wheel, pattern notcher, a pencil, a sharpener, and an eraser, and two Sharpie pens, red and black. I will be using these when I'm doing the pattern blocks with you, just so you can see the red on certain things that I do. You probably won't need these, but it's handy to have one when you're doing all your descriptions on your patterns as well. So there you go. Scissors, paper scissors, and our most amazing, oh, we've got, do you know what as well, we've got these. I was gonna do these are weights. Okay, so they're nothing to do with sewing or pattern cutting. The sewing weights are really small. These are 0.5 kilograms, just weights. I think they're like heavy lifting weights, but yeah, they're perfect. I think they're like £1 something, but they're just perfect when you want to put all your pattern paper down. But we'll go more into detail with this, but these are quite handy to get. You can get them again on Amazon. I think Decathlon had some. So yeah, these are going to be amazing, especially when you're cutting your fabric out, because we don't use pins. I know that sounds crazy, but we don't use pins. I will use pins to show you girls when we get to the stage of cutting our patterns out onto fabric, but we don't use pins in the studios, we use weights. Okay, so they are handy to get. So last but definitely not least is our pattern cutting book. Okay, so this is the Metric Winifred Aldridge pattern cutting book. Okay, so this is our go-to book. This is the book that I'm always going to refer to, and this is the book with all the size charts in and everything you need. Okay, I will show you my old book, which is like literally falling apart. It's from the 90s. It's literally got no front cover. This is how much I use it and how important it is to me. If you look at Winifred's standard body measurement sizes from the 90s, they are super, super tiny, and they definitely aren't true to size, but these are the measurements that I used learning when I was pattern cutting. We don't use these in Lola Loves. We've got our own standard body measurements, which we use and have adapted to our customers, and they are pretty similar to Winifred Aldridge's new standard body measurements for the more modern day woman. Okay, so they have been moved up a little bit. If you look, so standard size 8 we'll go for. So in the today's standard body measurements, bust 84 centimetres, waist 68 centimetres and hips 92 centimetres. They are very similar to our measurements that we use in Lola Loves. But, you know, in the previous standard body measurements, in the first edition, a size 8 had 80 centimetre bust, 60 centimetre waist and 85 centimetre hips. So that is literally like a 6 or less on the waist. So we've definitely, as the years have evolved, gone a little bit bigger in size, girls. What I will say as well, I was quite surprised, because obviously I've been using this book for years, because I've never had no need or no reason to buy the latest edition. I have noticed that this was the only size chart in the old book, and Winifred's got so many different size charts in the new version. She's actually got body measurements charts for high street fashion garments. So that's amazing, but you would actually think that these measurements would be more true to size if they were the high street. But no, they are the exact same measurements as the original book standard body measurement. Okay, so I will just quickly go through this book with you. It's really, really useful. It's got so much information in there, girls. The very first block that we will be doing will be the skirt block, the basic skirt block, and this will be this will be the basic skirt block with the natural waist. So this is the first pattern block that we're all going to be doing together. Okay, so we're not going to use the low waist one because I'm not really familiar with that one. I've always used the basic one because, like I said, this is a bit different to what in the original book this wasn't there, so we're going to use the natural waist. Okay, so in the next video we are going to make our basic block together, so please girls, make sure that you've got everything you need before you start the video. Okay, thank you so much for watching, girls. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy making the pattern block together with me.